Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are back with Bad Summer a little bit because I don't want to join Xbox Game Pass, but thank you for asking. Because I want to do the other 3 love interest routes just to see what's up with them. I forgot to make a save right before that choice of my first playthrough, but I quickly went through the beginning part again. And yeah, let's just get right into it, honestly. I was gonna say, bloop. Yeah, I was gonna say on our main playthrough, I'm gonna turn this down. On our main playthrough, we did Summer. We sat with Summer. So I'm not going to be sitting with Summer on this episode. So yeah, if you want to see her route, just go over to my first part video. We're going to start with, I want to save Jake for last, because for those of you that watched the last episode, you know that my friend voices him. So I'm going to save him for best for last. So we're going to go with the intuitive. Are you sure? Yes. I found the first available seat on the bus and slumped into it, dropping my backpack beside me. My eyelids felt heavy from the long, exhausting journey from the city to the remote wilderness of Bear Ridge. I've been awake since the break of dawn, and a brief nap seemed like a much-needed respite. Just a few minutes to regain my energy. Hi! Oh, this is actually... I didn't think it would be, like, super different depending on the character, but it actually kind of is. She sounds so cute! I gasped and jolted awake, startled by the sudden intrusion. The pink-haired stranger, my coworker I assumed, shoved herself into the seat next to me.
Please.
Wakey, wakey, sleepyhead. I need your help. Huh? Her voice lowered, hushed and secretive. You see that guy over there? That's totally not a stranger I just met 5 minutes ago. Oh wait, you see the guy over there? That's totally not a stranger I just met 5 minutes ago? She pointed at the brown-haired stranger seated apart from everyone else, his brooding hazel eyes fixed on the endless trees outside the window. Oh my god, does she have a crush? I'm so in love with him. Damn!
He's so dreamy.
Girl! Shit, okay. We both stared at him for a full 2 seconds before he noticed. His gaze flickered our way. Oh my god, he's looking at us! She averted her gaze, turning away and shrinking into her seat. She gave a subtle tug on my sleeve, a silent cue for me to look away. I followed her lead and dipped low as well, instinctively mimicking her movement. Do you think he noticed us? I hazarded a look over my shoulder, meeting his gaze. Yup, he definitely... No! So embarrassing! Oh my god! Okay, so, like, that's the thing. Summer's route was definitely a lot more, like, romantic right off the bat. But this one seems to be, this is, like, a different direction, which I really like. This is really cute.
No.
Nope, no way. He totally noticed us. She let out an exaggerated sigh of relief. Good.
Hey.
I'm Candace, but everyone calls me Candy.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jenny, but everyone calls me Jenny. You said you needed my help?
I want to make that guy jealous, and you're gonna help me.
Bet. I'm all over it. My gaze shifted between Candy and her crush. She appeared bubbly, high-spirited, full of life. Her crush? Not so much. His arms crossed over his chest and lips pressed into a fine line. He seemed distant and withdrawn, unapproachable. Ooh, they were absolute but sometimes opposites attract. Probably not the best pair. I would know, my parents being a prime example. That's crazy!
No.
Sorry, I'd rather not get involved. No offense. Aw, I made her sad! No! A frown crossed her face, her lips curled into a pout. She looked wounded by my refusal to take part in her scheme.
Please.
I've never been in a relationship. Isn't that pathetic? My chest tightened. I never had one either. Oh no! I guess we're both pathetic. I mean, honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with being a late bloomer. Like, you know, I wasn't in my first relationship until I was 18, so, like, they're probably of similar age. I'll help her. Okay, I'll help you. How can I possibly help you? Her lips twisted into a wide, delighted smile. She looped her arm around mine.
You're going to be my girlfriend.
Okay. My jaw dropped. Not my real girlfriend, my fake one. We're going to fake date. No, guys, this is so fanfiction of us. Why? How would that help you? Have you never read a single issue of Teen Politan? The best way to attract a mate is to make them jealous. Duh. I stared at her blankly. Teen Politan? I wouldn't take relationship advice from a magazine. Especially one that uses the word mate. Yeah, that's fair. That's giving some fucking A Court of Thorns and Roses energy. I'm not a complete idiot. I also did a reading with tarot and the results were awesome. I'm gonna have the best summer romance ever. She stole another glance at her crush. I think his name is Andrew? Wait, no. Is it Anthony? I guess we're gonna find out on the next run. She paused for a moment, biting her lower lip in thought. It's Andre. His name is Andre. I'm sure of it. Crap. How could I forget my future boyfriend's name? Girl. Quick, pretend I said something funny. She burst out into obnoxious forced laughter. Eyes darted away, her hysterics deserving the entire... She's fun. I like her. I don't think I like her more than Summer, but I do like her. She's very funny. I managed a tight, awkward chuckle, playing the part best I could, all the while silently wishing for the floor to open up and swallow me whole, and her little smiling portrait. So, I cleared my throat, thinking of something to talk about. Anything to stop her from drawing so much attention to us. Excited for summer camp? I'm not a camper. I'm totally an adult now. Legal. Yeah, I already assumed that. Campers don't show up for a few more days. We're all here early for training. Right, I knew that. Girl, what? How did you not know that? Candy coughed to cover up a laugh. It's just kind of weird. For years I've been a camper at Bear Ridge, and now I'm a counselor. Really moving up in the world, still processing it all. Yeah, I'm still processing the whole working a job thing too. It's always been a dream of mine to teach music, and now I get paid to do it. Oh, that's so cool! I didn't know that she was teaching music there. What about you? What about me? What's your role at the camp? She doesn't know. Oh my god, how do you not know? Oh, Mr. Matthews said he'd assign me when I get there. Oh, really? I don't know if I want to pry, but you know what? Why, let's pry. I thought Mr. Matthews assigned roles beforehand. Did you get the email? Want to see my tarot cards? Oop, she is changing the subject. The sudden change of subject sent me for a loop. Your tarot cards? Candy reached into her colorful backpack, decorated with pin buttons and a cute Hello Kitty keychain dangling from the zipper. Hello Kitty! That's so cool! Okay. Pin buttons are also sick. What kind of buttons? What kind of fandoms we in? She retrieved the deck from the side pocket, the back of the cards adorned with an intricate pattern reminiscent of ancient tapestries. With practiced ease, she shuffled the deck, then drew 3 cards for me to choose from. Go on, pick a card and I'll give you a quick reading. Word of caution, I'm a newbie at this. I could use the practice. So, what do you want to know more about? Your past, present, or future? Choose one. Future. Future.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. What? Is it bad? The tower... Isn't the tower a ruin? Let's just choose a different one. No, I want to know what it means. Tell me. Fine. The tower. That's not a good one. It's like the worst one you can get. I frowned. Not the reading I was hoping for. This card represents sudden upheaval, destruction, and for lack of a better word, chaos. So yeah, ruin. Okay. I was just playing the Hangman, so I know a little bit about tarot. A big change is coming. Soon you'll be facing a major life event that'll shake up your world. That'll challenge you like never before. Well, there's gonna be a serial killer at camp, so... But remember, the tower often leads to rebirth. Out of the ashes, something new and stronger can rise. At least, that's what I think it means. Could be wrong. Okay, well... My eyes darted to Candy's shoulder. Holy crap. You have a spider on you? Where? Candy yelped, nearly jumping out of her seat. Where? Where? A spider? Where? Where is it? Hold on. I flicked it off her shoulder. Ah! Sorry, Andre. The spider landed right on Andre's face. He panicked, quickly swatting the bug away. Candy and I burst into a fit of giggles. Guys, this is not how we get the guy. Oh my god, he saved my life. In one forward motion, I was in Candy's arms. She hugged me in a tight, clinging embrace. Actually, she's sweet. I kind of like her. I froze, my heart fluttering wildly in my chest. The sudden intimacy was forward and totally out of my comfort zone. But I couldn't deny the warmth blooming in my chest. It felt nice being held like this. Candy had a calming energy, a reassuring presence. In her arms, everything felt right, like all my uncertainties and worries were insignificant. Like she had the power to ward all of my fears away in an instant. That's good to know. The bus rolled into a halt at the next stop. Candy and I broke our hug, brought back to reality by the vehicle's jerky movement. The double doors opened, and an older, scraggly man boarded. He was graceless as he limped through the aisle with what I presumed to be a bad leg. Tall, with a full head of unkempt gray hair, beady black eyes, and baggy, dirt-stained clothes, he looked like a homeless man down on his luck. It was a small miracle he could even afford a bus ticket with the way he carried himself. His features were weathered, his nose crooked, as if it had been broken at some point. The poor guy seemed sickly, barely holding on by a thread. His clothes carried a terrible odor, and the stench intensified the further he moved into the bus. The driver didn't seem to mind, and Candy didn't seem to notice, still making googly eyes at Andre. I kept my head down as he passed by, fighting the urge to cover my nose. There's no need to be rude. There was no need to be rude. See how much I memorized. Hopefully the man's misfortune turned around for the better soon. Hi! You. I locked eyes with the homeless man's pale, haggard gaze. He hovered over my seat, leering, glaring into the very depths of my soul. I went stiff. A sudden, inexplicable chill swept over me, sending goosebumps racing over my skin. I huddled closer to Candy, my trembling body seeking out any shred of protection I could find.
Making a mistake. Turn back before it's too late.
It's already too late. He grinned manically, spittle flying around his wrinkled mouth. His eyes were wide and crazed. He moved a hand to the inner pocket of his coat. I gasped at the glint of something silver in his pocket. Was that a knife? Oh shit, it's a different button. It was X before, now it's W! Ah! Help, he has a knife! Andre appeared in an instant, standing between us and the terrifying knife-wielding bum like a shield, fierce and protective. Not a single glimpse of fear in his eyes. He wasn't a stranger to confrontation, and I was more than thankful for it. His voice was low and sharp, a warning slicing through the air. Oh shit, Andre, God bless you. The bum sneered, muttering something unintelligible. His gaze shifted from me to Andre. I barely had time to breathe before Andre struck, fists swinging with brutal precision.
Down you go.
Bullshit.
Fight!
Oh, we get to see. Okay, because like the Summer kicked him.
Take him out. Knockout.
Nice. God bless you, Andre. Really saving my life. The sounds were sickening. Fists against flesh, a dull thud as the bum staggered back, his face bruised and battered, beginning to bleed profusely. The bus fell silent. Andre landed blow after blow. Oh, fuck. Does he the one that's, like, aggressive is his, like, flaw? The bum crumpling beneath him, blood splattering the floor. My breath hitched, caught somewhere between gratitude and horror. Andre's strikes were fierce, almost animalistic. He didn't stop. Oh my god, their weaknesses are already being apparent. Like, right off rip. Because, like, Summer was very forceful, and, like, she's, like, domineering is her weakness, and I'm pretty sure his was aggressiveness. I'm gonna check when I go to the next one. That's crazy. That's actually super cool. Didn't hesitate. His anger was a living, breathing thing, raw and unrestrained. That's fucking crazy. That's enough.
Don't think so.
A blonde-haired girl intervened, her voice cutting through all the commotion. She moved from her seat toward the fight in a few quick strides, her lips pressed into a tight, disapproving grimace. And see, this makes sense for her character, because again, she's domineering. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. The bum was nearly unconscious, his glassy eyes dazed, half-lidded from the brutal attack. Andre struck him one last time for good measure, then stepped back. His chest heaving, he looked down at the beaten bum sprawled on the ground, now a bloody, broken mess. The bum whimpered, too weak to rise, and something cold, almost indifferent, passed over Andre's face. Andre's a fucking serial killer, y'all. The bus screeched into a hard stop. Candy lunged for my arm, clinging to me as the tension mounted. The driver glanced over his shoulder, his teeth clenched.
Stop it!
Hey, what the hell is going on back there? His eyes darted between the beaten down bum and Andre.
Please stop.
Violence is strictly forbidden, goddamn kids. It won't be tolerated. Despite the bus driver's warnings, Andre hit the bum again twice. He does not give a fuck! Oh my god! The driver stabbed a finger at Andre. That's it! Get off my bus! An uncomfortable silence filled the space. There was nothing out there but miles and miles of trees and road. Don't make me repeat myself. I ain't starting this bus until you're gone. I opened my mouth to speak in his defense, but the blonde cut me off swiftly.
Don't think so.
You heard the driver. It's a 3-mile walk to camp from here. Everyone shouldn't have to suffer because of you. If you have enough energy to beat down a bum, I'm sure you have enough energy to hike 3 miles to camp. The look Andre shot the blonde was lethal. So we've already, okay. I don't think I like this route just because we've already started, like, Andre is now out in the woods by himself for 3 miles. And we've already started beef between Summer and Andre. So I don't know if that's super great for future stuff. For a moment he looked as if he might argue, but then he exhaled sharply, visibly deflating, the fight draining from his posture. He straightened, casting one last glance at the crumpled bum. I was at a loss of words, stunned by his violent nature. He moved toward the door, the driver watching him like a hawk. The bus door swung open. He left without looking back, his silhouette faded into the early afternoon, disappearing beyond the glare of the sunlit street. The doors closed with a hiss, sealing him on the other side. The blonde returned to her seat, and the bus jolted forward, the driver muttering something incomprehensible under his breath. Candy's grasp on my arm tightened, an uncomfortable silence stretched between us. After a beat, the bum eventually pulled himself into a stance and limped to the back of the bus. After the hell Andre unleashed on him, maybe he'd think twice about stirring any trouble in the future. Jeez, that was bad. I'm grateful he was there to help us, but...
Yikes.
Her voice trailed off. I knew what she was getting at. It was bad. Real bad. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, like violent and scary for sure. Because, like, obviously Andre does not have control of himself when he gets like that. Or, honestly, even worse, maybe he does. Because he chose to keep hitting him, even though he knew that, like, he was down already. So, yeah, like, that's definitely scary. I know. The situation left us both shaken and uneasy. I took her hand, an involuntary movement, our fingers intertwined. Hopefully, this was just a minor setback, and the days ahead would be easier, carefree, and relaxed. One thing was certain, though. No matter how tough things might get this summer, Candy would have my back, and I'd have hers. Together, we could face anything. That's cute. Okay, I'm skipping this. I'll play it again at the very end of the...
Started the summer of 19...
Okay, I'm gonna save a new file. This is, so this is the Candy file. Actually, I don't really want this file because I was mean to the cat at the very beginning. Because I wanted to see what would happen. But yeah, anyways. Okay. I hate this part because it's, like, so loud. I feel like if we pick Andre, the similar thing is going to happen. But yeah, see, her flaw is domineering, and she was, like... And we saw that because she was, like, taking charge. And then, yeah, she's indirect, which actually makes... I didn't even notice she was holding the tarot cards. Indirect makes a lot of sense for her, just because... Like, we just saw what she was doing with Andre. But, sun, stars. Okay, we're gonna do Andre. I have a feeling this one's going to be similar to the route we just saw, but I'm going to try it anyway. My attention settled on the brown-haired stranger seated apart from everyone else, his brooding, hazel eyes fixed on the endless trees beyond the window. His muscles rippled with every slight movement. His angular jaw, prominent cheekbones, and sharply sculpted face resembled that of a man. Not a teenager. Very specifically, not a teenager. Not a boy. I assumed he was a few years older than the rest of us. His eyes hard and worldly. Okay, that's interesting. His strong arms were crossed over his chest. His rigid posture betrayed a deep-rooted unease. He seemed distant and isolated, completely out of his element. Okay, but how is he here right now? Because... he definitely seems like somebody who might have an assault charge. Because he, you know, like if that's a regular occurrence for him, then he would not be able to work in a position where he works with children. So that's very interesting. There is definitely something in his past that is interesting. It was both chilling and familiar, as if I was looking at myself in the mirror. Another person who was inherently alone, suffering in silence. Tethered by some invisible rope, my feet shuffled down the aisle of their own volition. I found myself slipping into the seat next to him, drawn in by some odd sense of incomprehensible kinship. And this is probably going to start beef with Candy now that we've sat next to Andre, because she, loves him. My guitar case brushed against his arm. He flinched, subtly pulling his own bag closer. His hazel brown gaze skewered me with an unflinching look. I was literally thinking that he was going to say that. Look around. You see all these free seats not next to me? Go find one. Excuse me? You heard me. The bitterness in his tone made me flinch in turn. What was his deal? Did it not occur to him that we were coworkers, or did he simply not care? I bet he doesn't care. I'm not gonna. Maybe, I will provoke him. No, I shouldn't though. I feel like. No, okay, I'll apologize. My mouth stark with distaste, I swallowed my pride and fought his flaring temper with kindness. You looked lonely, so I figured I'd join you. I didn't mean to piss you off. We're coworkers.
Look, I'm not really in the mood, girl.
Go bother somebody else. I love his voice actor too. Instead of cowering away, his bad temper stirred one heck of a stubborn streak in me. I crossed my arms over my chest and remained firmly rooted in my seat. Get fucked, Andre! Get fucked! I'm gonna sit here with you, and you're gonna like it.
No.
I'm staying right here. His brows shot up. He wasn't expecting any resistance. What?
No.
I said no. I can sit where I want. It's a free country.
Nah.
Yeah, that's your sense of privilege talking. Don't feel too free to me. No, it never did. I fumbled for words, unsure how to respond to such a statement. After a moment of tense silence, I found the strength to continue pushing his buttons. Girl, stop! You're the entitled one. What makes you think you're entitled to privacy on a public bus? What makes you think you're entitled to company? His eyes squeezed into thin slits, like gathering scattered shards of a broken mirror. I pieced together my courage and met his hazel gaze. An uncomfortable silence fell over us. It was a standoff of willpower and stubborn determination. The air crackled with unspoken hostility. Seconds passed by. The clunky bus rolled along with the occasional light jerk, each clumsy thud of the vehicle adding to the weight of our unspoken, unblinking argument. Oh, I win! Oh no, okay. Seems we're at an impasse. His mouth twitched ever so slightly. Oh my god, did I make him smile? Nice, I love that. We are becoming friends through stubbornness. My lips puckered, desperately trying to stifle my amusement from the unnecessarily awkward situation. Our forced stoic masks tearing at the seams, a snort escaped his lips. I let out a squeal and grin, and he dropped his pride to mirror my laughter. In a fit of giggles, the tension between us faded in an instant. With a sheepish smile, I offered him my hand in a truce. Well, I guess you are entitled to your privacy. I could sit somewhere else. Yeah, but you're entitled to a little company. Goes both ways. Aw, nice.
I'm Andre. Nice to make your acquaintance on this shitty day.
Okay, I actually kind of fuck with Andre. Shitty? Was he having a bad day? I considered asking him about it, but ultimately decided against it. It would be rude to pry.
I'm Jenny.
He took my hand in his, my cheeks flushed with heat when his grasp tightened in a firm shake. His grip was surprisingly soothing and worked wonders to ease my nerves. Our touch lasted a few lovely seconds. My fingertips brushed over his calloused knuckles as our hands parted. The hardened skin told a story, though I wasn't sure if it was my place to ask. I'm not gonna pry with Andre. Prying with Candy seemed like I would get away with it. With Andre, I don't think I will. His fingers drummed over my guitar case. I caught a whiff of his scent. Part man. Yum. Part man. Part cologne. Not to be that person. I hate smell descriptions. I hate them. They make me mad. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I read a lot of fan fiction, and that's my least favorite thing, but it's fine. Part man, part cologne, a part something else I couldn't identify, but it smelled nice. That's good. You any good with that guitar? I took a deep breath, trying to steady the subtle shakiness in my limbs. I'm gonna be the new music teacher for the kids, so I suppose I'm not too bad. Mr. Matthews approved. He wouldn't have hired me otherwise. That, or I'm a sympathy hire. Humble, huh? Better than bragging, I guess. Not really a fan of a big ego. That's fair. That's why you're gonna fucking hate Summer, I think. A beat of silence passed between us. Then he proposed an idea I never expected. Why don't you play something? Play something? Yeah, play something. I'm intrigued. Never made a guitarist in the flesh. Ain't like we got anything better to do. Might help pass the time faster. Aw, my fingers twisted and wrung at the hem of my dress, the suggestion weighing heavily on my mind. The bus was occupied by the other camp counselors, who would most definitely hear my strumming if I decided to whip out the guitar. What if they hate it? What if they laugh? I mean, girl, you're gonna be doing this for a living, so, like, you're gonna have to get over that. I've only played in front of strangers once, reluctantly back in high school for a final grade in band class, and that was with a saxophone. I hated saxophone. Girl, no, don't hate the band. I wonder what kind of saxophone. I was a band kid. I played the trumpet, so I wonder if she was an alto, a tenor, or a bass. Andre waited in silent expectation, his fingers still drumming. I feel like probably an alto. That's like the most common. Like alto or tenor, but like alto's more common than tenor. Andre waited in silent expectation, his fingers still drumming over my guitar case. Modest. I cleared my throat, heat stained my cheeks. I don't know if that's appropriate. I don't want to disturb the rest of the bus or agitate anyone, you know? His hazel eyes narrowed, piercing through me. The scrutiny of his probing gaze was unnerving. Why are you staring at me? I silently prayed he couldn't see beyond my feeble excuses to the core of my hesitation. Insecurity wasn't an attractive trait. Yeah, that's fair. You can play for the kids, but not for your coworkers. You know, children tend to be a lot more shameless and outspoken in their opinions than adults are. What he's saying is those kids are gonna cook you alive. Alright? Like, if you're bad. For all you know, that class you're gonna teach might be full of ruthless little snot-nosed idiots. No damn house training at all. Yeah, but... You worried that the moment you touch a string on that guitar, the entire bus is gonna burst out laughing and the entire world's gonna end? Boy, you don't have to clock me like that. Like, okay, Andre, fuck you too, dog. Nothing will ever be the same. Life as you know it over. I sighed. When Andre put it that way, my insecurity sounded like nothing more than stupid disillusions. He expressed himself unapologetically, never seemed to second-guess himself, something I could never do. His perpetually high chin and proud demeanor, showcased by his toned legs, made it clear that him and I were polar opposites. His presence inspired awe and a dash of envy. Yeah, he's very confident in himself. For the first time in my miserable life, I pushed my self-doubt aside and drew my guitar out of the case. His gaze sparkled, slowly drifting over the instrument as if it were a foreign object. Okay, see? Oh my gosh, this is actually going to be super tough for me. I don't want to go in the Microsoft Store. But this is going to be super tough for me because I don't know who I want to choose. Because everybody offers something different. Like, Summer is just, like, a sweetheart, and she, like, makes it so that Candy and Andre don't have beef. Or, sorry, that Andre doesn't get kicked off the bus, which is good. But, Candy is a sweetheart, and I know she's gonna, like, be there for me. And then Andre is challenging MC to actually do stuff, which might be useful later on. So I don't know. I don't know who to pick. I guess we'll see with Jake as well. We can make a final decision, but I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting. What exactly do you want me to play? Anything. Just do what you do. I'm sure it won't sound bad. You're the expert here, girl. You can play anything, whatever you want. Even a lullaby. A lullaby? The one my mother used to always sing. My mind was assaulted with a flood of painful memories. Uh-oh. Ooh, we're getting some fucking tragic backstory. She left in the middle of the night. It was sudden, abrupt. There weren't any signs. She didn't say a word, not even a goodbye. I woke up to the sound of raging thunder, followed by the front door squeaking closed. Mommy always comforted me during a storm, but not tonight. I knew something was wrong. I scooped up Teddy, mustered what little courage I had, and went searching for her. But Mommy was gone. All that remained was darkness, rain, mud, and the broken memories of family long gone. Okay. My face scrunched in concentration. I strummed a gentle tune from the guitar cradled in my lap. Andre tilted his head, his eyes glued to the fretboard in curiosity. That's crazy that we just got that lore drop. I wonder, she said that she wanted the job partially to escape her family, so I wonder, like, who she's talking about. Like, her dad? Does she have any siblings? Like, what's the deal? He listened to me play for a time. Leaning closer, his shoulder brushed mine. He reached out, stopping just before the strings in a silent request for permission. I nodded. His fingers plucked a single string. A gasp, followed by a comical smile, brightened his usual brooding expression. Already on my way to becoming a pro with this. Oh my god, he's actually kind of childish a little bit. That's cute. I giggled and rolled my eyes. You wish. The bus abruptly jerked hard, and I flung forward on it. No! 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 Why do we have to fall in every single route? Why does something have to happen every route? Something awkward. My pulse leaped with panic. Andre caught my arm with one hand and the neck of my guitar with the other, preventing a terrible accident. Relieved to be in one piece, I sighed and smiled at him. Thanks. Thank you for the save. He sighed as well, seemingly a bit startled from the sudden bump. Yeah, ain't no big deal. Glad you and the guitar is still in one piece. The bus rolled into a halt at the next bus stop. The double doors swung open and an older, scraggly man boarded. Okay, so I feel like this is gonna be the same. Graceless, down on his luck. Yep. I kept my- oh, and Andre pretended not to notice. Candy actually didn't notice, but Andre pretended not to notice. I kept my head down as he- wait, I want to check exactly what it said. His clothes carried a terrible odor, and the stench intensified the further he moved into the bus. The driver didn't seem to mind, and Andre pretended not to notice. Okay. Hi, again. Yeah, I went stiff. A sudden explosive chill. I gripped my guitar tight and huddled closer to Andre, my trembling body seeking out any shred of protection I could. Andre's jaw hardened, seemingly annoyed by the unsettling man's intrusion of personal space. You're making a mistake. He's no good.
He's no good. He's going to drag you down with him. Down you go. Lower than drag.
This is different. This dialogue is different from Candy and Summer. Summer and Candy were the same, but this is different. Ooh. He grinned, man. Yeah, okay. Okay, the knife again. So, okay. It kind of, I was gonna say, it kind of does seem that, it does seem that he is, like, a bad choice just because he is so, like, prone to flying off the handle, but he seems so sweet.
Back the fuck up.
The bum sneered. Okay, and then Andre's beating the shit out of him again.
Down you go.
Bullshit.
Fight.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like this part's the same. The exact same for both of them.
Knockout.
I wonder if it's the same for all three of them, for Jake too. We'll see. That's interesting though, because then I feel like Summer is, just by proxy, the best choice. The bus fell silent. Yeah, he's beating the shit out of him. He didn't stop, didn't hesitate.
Don't think so.
Yeah, and then Summer intervened. Yeah, okay.
Hey! Stop it! Please stop!
Okay, I wonder if I'm gonna go with him. Wait, you can't. He was protecting me. The other guy had a knife. The blonde cut me off swiftly.
Don't think so.
You heard the driver. Get off. It's a 3-mile walk. Okay, yeah. Everyone shouldn't have to suffer. The look Andre shot the blonde was lethal. Yeah, exactly. We're starting beef. For a moment, he looked as if he might argue, but then he exhaled sharply and deflated. He straightened, casting one last glance at the crumpled bum. He moved towards the door, the driver watching him like a hawk. My heart sank to my stomach. Was he seriously being punished for protecting me? I reached out to him. Andre, wait. Andre ignored me and kept moving. The bus door swung open. He left without looking back. His silhouette faded into the early afternoon, disappearing beyond the glare of the sunlit street. I'm gonna go after him. Possessed by an uncharacteristic surge occurred, I lunged from my seat and raced after him. The doors closed with a hiss, sealing us on the other side with a chilling finality. The bus jerked forward, disappearing into the morning's fog. My pulse leapt with panic. The realization that I was stranded on the side of the road began to sink in. Miles and miles of nothingness. Stupid! I should have stayed on the bus. The morning sky was painted with shreds of tattered clouds. The dark woods pressed in around me. Misty haze played tricks with my eyes, forming eerie, suffocating shapes that threatened to swallow me whole. This was a terrible idea. Upstate Bear Ridge had no right being so unbelievably spooky. A hand on my shoulder yanked me back to reality. It's Andre! Andre, 7 a.m. Andre, 7 a.m. Oh. I was gonna say, do we get any, like, more content because we're together? Oh, we switch perspectives! Oh my god! Okay, that's so cool! Jenny jerked back as if my touch scorched her skin. I raised my hands, palms open, silently signaling I was on her side. I meant no harm. She let out a sigh of relief and exhaled heavily. The tension in her shoulders eased somewhat. She's so fucking cute. Our eyes met. Then I saw it, a faint motion at the edge of my vision. My gaze flickered to the dark shadows between the trees. Something was there. Something lurking in the hazy fog. Watching, waiting. My fist clenched, my heart hammered. I blinked, then it was gone. I rubbed my eyes and focused hard. It could have been a trick of the light. Could have been seeing things. I ain't been too right in the head lately. Excuse me. What are you looking at? I kept calm, forcing my gaze back to Jenny. She was already worked up and easily spooked, nearly about to jump out of her own skin. Dog, do not ignore the thing in the woods. There is definitely if you think there's a thing in the woods, there's a thing in the woods. I didn't blame her. Something about these woods didn't feel right at all. Nothing. I lied smoothly and urged her forward with a light nudge of my elbow. Let's move. We're not getting any younger. We moved with unhurried purpose down the endless road. A breeze blew between us, the air sharp and unsympathetic. Didn't feel much like summer, except for the butterflies openly fluttering about. She clung to my arm to fight the cold, or for reassurance, maybe both. I let her. Why'd you follow me? What? My eyes narrowed. I waited for an answer. Because I'm not going to let you hike through the creepy woods alone. You were safe on the bus. You were fine. Now you're out here in the middle of fucking nowhere, risking your neck for me. I fucked up. I deserve this. That's not true.
For real?
What? You know that's not true. You protected me from a psychopath with a knife and was dealt the short end of the stick. Everyone thought you were the bad guy, but in reality that couldn't be any further from the truth. It's not fair. With a huff, she straightened, her dress ruffled by the breeze.
Stand up for what's right and
That's why I'm out here with you, to stand up for what's right.
to properly thank you.
Oh! Y'all! I kind of... Guys, I'm gonna say this every route. I kind of fuck with Andre. I think Andre's gonna be my final pick. I glanced down at my blood-stained fist and grimaced, a sore reminder of a fight blown way out of fucking proportion. Don't need your gratitude. Ain't looking for sympathy either. She flinched, her expression downcast. Too bad. You have my appreciation and my understanding, even if you're too much of a broody jerk to accept it. I bit back a mocking reply. A reluctant smile pulled at the corner of my lips. Her soft demeanor and innocent insults made it difficult to stay mad. I hated the situation I unintentionally dragged her into, but no man could rewind time, just gotta deal with it. In the hushed stillness of the wood, my phone rang, startling me with its sudden noise. I dug into my pocket and pulled it out. Hello?
Andre?
Oh, Mom. Mom's concerned voice, heavily distorted, blurted from the speaker. I adjusted my grip on the cell. Trying to get a signal out here was near impossible.
Andre, where you at, boy? Why ain't you answering your phone?
Andre! Ma, now's not a good time. I can't really hear you out here.
Andre, just listen to me for once. Don't be stubborn like your daddy. Them nice folks tell you to do something, you do it. You hear? No back talk.
I worked a job before, Ma.
And you lost it. You have a problem with authority. It ain't cute.
But I'm cute, right?
Barely.
Damn.
Andre, too much.
Ma, you're breaking up. Can't hear you. You know I'm out here in the woods.
You have a temper, and I blame your daddy for that too. But Andre, you can't let it win. You hear me, baby? You can't give in to the darkness. Not again.
Call dropped abruptly as expected. Jenny stifled a teasing giggle. Was that your mom? I dropped my phone back in my pocket. A groan of annoyance slipped past my lips. Yeah, that's my mom. She's dramatic, always worried for no reason. Maybe she has good reason to be worried. Jenny's smile faded quickly. Her brown eyes glanced apprehensively at the shadowy woods behind her. This place gives me the creeps. Let's get moving then. No point in waiting around for another bus. Still, the driver will stop for us anyway out here in the middle of the road. Come on, we got a long walk ahead of us. I gazed down at the guitar in her grasp. The precious cargo looked heavy. Be a gentleman. I reached for her guitar. She immediately recoiled, her fingers tightening around the case handle. I got it. I managed a small smile, ignoring the knot in my stomach. Her dramatic reaction was unexpected, strange, and more than a little rude. Well, fuck me for trying to help. She averted her gaze, her cheeks darkening. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Yeah, forgiving. It's fine. I sighed. Her stricken expression pulled at my heartstrings. Things were shitty right now, but that was no excuse to be a dick. My bad. Won't touch the guitar again. It's important to you. I get it. Important is an understatement. I doubt I could make it through the day without it. I've been carrying it on my back for years. Feels like a part of me. I sighed, gazing down the long stretch of gravelly road. Man, we had a long way to go. Come on, the day isn't getting any younger. Let's go. I led the way, Jenny following a couple paces behind me. The walk was mostly quiet and a bit tense. We indulged in some small talk here and there, trying to drown out the unsettling stillness that emanated from the depths of the woods. It didn't really work. Something about this place felt off, but I couldn't pinpoint why or how. Maybe I was overthinking it. Maybe. The rhythmic thud of Jenny's boots against the concrete abruptly I pivoted and spotted her by the tree line a short distance away. She had a crumpled paper in her hand, her forehead wrinkled with the effort of reading. Jenny? What you got there? She jerked back and shoved the paper into her dress pocket. Ooh, what did she find? Nothing. I raised a brow, not quite convinced. Her weird behavior was alarming. She was hiding something, but why? Why indeed, Andre? Oh, you sure it was nothing? What was that you put in your pocket? It's, She paused for a moment, her nose wrinkled. It's just trash, litter on the side of the road. I'll throw it away next time we find a garbage bin. I crossed my arms over my chest, trying to read her, but her face gave nothing away. No doubt she was lying, but for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. What was the big deal with that paper? Why all the secrecy? A frustrated groan escaped me, my lips pressed tight to hold back an insult. She was getting on my last nerves with the lying, but I had bigger problems to worry about. Whatever, I don't care. Let's just go. I turned away sharply and strode onward with purpose. I didn't look back, but I could hear her boots scraping against the asphalt road, hurrying after me. Wait up! She lunged forward, trying to keep pace with me, stumbling over the loose gravel and nearly falling in the process. Jenny is so clumsy, guys. She's actually so MC of her. Cruel satisfaction surged through me. The urge to let her fall behind and fend for herself was tempting. However, the phone call with Mom echoed in the back of my mind. I was supposed to be on my best behavior, doing the right thing, becoming a better man. Reluctantly, I slowed and offered her an arm to grab onto. She didn't hesitate to latch onto me. Her grip was tight, desperate almost, her purple manicured nails digging into my skin. She must have been just as spooked by these woods as I was. The sooner we made it to camp, the better. Jenny had that look down pat, the doe-eyed innocence that disarmed you, made you want to believe in the goodness of the world. Her warm, pearly white smile had a way of dropping my guard, piercing my defenses, but I knew better. Gentle smiles and kind words were rarely genuine. Ma always used to warn me that appearances can be deceiving. She'd say, not all that glitters is gold. Ooh, I really like this dynamic, y'all. This is actually so fucking interesting, but I'm really scared that Andre is like a bad pick route for some reason. I feel like that would be really cruel if they make it so that picking one character is bad for the game, but like at the same time, I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Just because the old man saying he's gonna drag you down lower than dirt, like that makes me feel like I'm gonna die because of it. The ones who smiled the brightest were the most devious. Jenny, don't trust Andre. He's lying to you. Warning from a friend. Oh my god!
It started the summer of 1999.
Oh wait. I was gonna say, I don't want to make these save files because of the fact that I didn't help the cat. But ooh, guys, oh my lord. Okay, we're gonna pick Jake. Yes. Oh my god, look at this nerd. I love him. My gaze snapped to the brown-haired boy, mindlessly defacing public property with a felt-tip black marker. He didn't seem to have a concern in the world, indifferent to what others thought of his improper activities, not that anyone actually cared. A pair of square-rimmed glasses peeked from beneath his spiked hat, his crystal blue eyes glued to his work of vandalism. With With every day stroke, I think day is not supposed to be there. With every stroke of his marker, his toned arms flexed and rippled with movement. He had a unique, rebellious demeanor. His bad boy attitude and unusual looks drew me into the seat next to him. I set my luggage down at my feet and my guitar across my lap. His doodling came to an abrupt pause. I wonder if he's going to be rude. He eyed me appraisingly for a split second, but said nothing, returning to his act of self-possessed vandalism a moment later. I was going to say his weakness is decision-making, which it's going to be interesting to see how that manifests. Because he might just be like, I don't know if I want to talk to her or not, because he's like, should I not kind of thing? Or if it's just more of a, like, when it comes to action kind of thing. As the bumpy ride commenced, a weighted silence spread between us. Let's greet him. I greeted him awkwardly. Hi. It's not art. Okay. I stiffened. What? The shitty bus was dull. It needed some flair, a special touch, you know? And before you judge me, just know this chicken scratch right here? He gestured to the doodling on the seat. This isn't my best work. That is. He pointed to the dick etched. No, I knew it was him, this fucking silly guy. He pointed the dick etched into the rear window of the bus, a proud smile plastered on his face.
They say art is subjective, but I think the entire world can universally agree that it's the perfect penis to ever grace the back of a bus.
It's Kevin! I love that those were the first words out of your mouth, though. It is the perfect penis to ever grace the back of a bus. Look at it. The hairs, the curvature, the shaft. I'm a creative genius. Finding his crude humor amusing, I laughed, attention leaving my body in a rush. He was a bit unusual, but in a good way, an interesting way. You're kind of an idiot. Girl, stop. That's so mean. What the hell?
Lovable idiot. I'm Jake.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jenny.
I'm Jenny.
I shook the gloved hand he extended to me, our grasp lingering a bit longer than I was comfortable with. His long, elegant fingers were stained by marker, some of that ink rubbing off on me, but I didn't mind. My skin tingled from his firm grip. Jake had a distinct uniqueness that I was instantly drawn to, and it only took a few seconds of conversation to spike my interest in him. The rebellious artist seemed fun to be around, and I was desperate for a friend. He continued doodling on the seat as we spoke. Excited for the job? Nature, camping, working with kids? I like kids, but the nature and camping part makes me a little uncomfortable.
Sweet!
A fellow nature hater. Good to know I'm not the only one. His gaze shifted to my guitar in my lap, then lower to the bare skin of my legs. Ah! What the hell? Girl, calm down. Every hormone in my body abruptly came to life. Girl, calm down. Sitting close enough for our knees to brush with every slight jerk of the bus, he was a compelling presence in such a confined space. He felt no shame in staring, the burning intensity of his eyes more than a bit intimidating, but also thrilling. Oh my god, bro. Guys, keep it in your pants, actually. I gripped the hem of my dress, feeling vulnerably exposed. A part of me wanted to recoil, to flee to the back of the bus and hide. But there was this odd, indescribable pull between us. That beautifully chiseled face, combined with those intense eyes, could sweep any girl off her feet without a single word. My stomach did a quick somersault. Was he equally intrigued by me? Why the dress? I looked down at myself, growing even more flustered and self-conscious. Excuse me? Doesn't seem like the smartest attire for the woods. You know there's ticks, right? My eyes widened. Ticks? In Bear Ridge? Yeah, the little red parasitic bastards that hang out in the grass waiting for you to walk by to cling to your legs and suck the blood out of you like a vampire? You know those ones? Okay, I've never had ticks, but I've had fucking leeches on me, and I hate leeches. They scare the shit out of me. I had a traumatic incident when I was a kid, and I do not do leeches ever since. I was told there was no leeches in the creek by the person that lived at the campsite. And so I went in the creek with my mom and my little brother, and there were so many leeches, and my mom had to pull them off my ass, and it was terrible. And I was only like, I don't even know how old I was, but I wasn't that old, and it was not fun. It scarred me for life. Very comforting. It's okay. Oh my god! Bro, babe is crazy. It's okay, babe. I can keep my eyes on you. Make sure you're safe from creepy crawlers. Your legs in particular, I mean. They look like they can use a little protection. Dog, he is so brazen. Oh my god. I fumbled for words, unsure of how to respond. He leaned closer. His scent filled my nostrils, a clean, minty blend. A clean, minty blend of body wash and toothpaste. A shiver moved through me. When I didn't pull away, he boldly took the opportunity to grip my wrist, his marker hovering over my forearm. You mind? Stunned, my brain struggled to adjust to his sudden forwardness. He spoke to me with a composed coolness, as if we were best friends, and touched me as if he had known me for years. Taking my astounded silence as an admission of consent, his long fingers tenderly traced the expanse of my arm before pressing the felt tip to my skin. His marker glided across my arm with gentle precision. My skin tingled with awareness. His shoulders were hunched, his face hovered over the length of my limb. His attention fully immersed in marking me. He's gonna draw a penis on me? That would be so mean. I watched as he worked, his wayward locks falling into his eyes with every tilt of his head. He would brush it away and huff in annoyance, just for it to happen again. Cut your hair, dude. I was half tempted to brush it back myself. To run my fingers through the silky strands. Yo, there's a lot of sexual tension this route, actually. I don't like it. It's actually like, oh, like, guys, you just met. Like, calm down. The strong, inky smell mixed with the clean scent of his toned body was an oddly tantalizing aroma. I watched every single movement he made, curious of the depiction he planned to etch into my skin. You're not planning— Oh, no! Dog, I said that. You're not planning on drawing a penis on me like some kind of freak, are you? He didn't answer right away, his focus solely on his creation. Well, I've been called a freak multiple times, but I'm not an asshole. You're too perfect of a canvas to ruin. I think you're worth putting some real time and effort into. My mind raced. I knew I was like double entendre. No! Brother, calm down. Oh, Jake, chill. My mind raced. The double meaning of his words caused a breakout of loose flesh across my skin. The moment felt strangely intimate. If I didn't constantly remind myself that Jake was a stranger, I might have leaned even closer to him. Are you cold? His perceptive eyes were close enough to notice the small bumps on my arm. His marker twitched with every subtle, instinctual tremble of my body. Another shiver shot up my spine. I was off my game, every fiber of my being affected by his presence. It was extremely concerning to have such a visceral reaction to a stranger, no matter how attractive. No, I'm not cold. No, guys, this is so embarrassing. I would die, actually. You keep shaking like that, and I might make a mistake. Or two. He stilled, allowing me to check out the small, bushy-tailed rabbit he drew on my arm. Aww, it was kind of cute. You like it? Could be a nice tattoo to have in the future. It suits you. Why? Jake shrugged and went back to drawing on my arm. Bunnies are cute, and you're cute! My pulse sped at his implication. Did Jake find me cute? You are cute! Like, shut the fuck up! I couldn't imagine sitting through the pain of a tattoo. Honestly, okay, I actually got my first tattoo, like, this last year, and it's a small one. I got like a little duck. I got a silly goose with a chef hat, and an like a chef hat and a knife in its mouth, because me and my best friend got it together when we graduated culinary school, and I really thought that getting a tattoo would hurt, but it actually doesn't. It actually didn't hurt at all. It's probably just because I got it on my thigh, and like, you know, that's like one of the best places to get a tattoo. But yeah, depending on like your skin and stuff like that, like getting tattoos doesn't always hurt. I barely even felt it. Like, honestly, it was actually like completely fine. So I believe in Jenny getting a bunny tattoo in the future. She can do it. Anyways, but Jake's sensual marker art was the next best thing. He went back to doodling on me. You don't seem like the type of girl who would take on a summer camp job unless she absolutely had to. My brows raised. What made you come to that conclusion? Well, we already established you're not the outdoorsy type. Also, your skin is way too soft. Homebody, I'm guessing? Kind of. Don't fret, babe. We're in the same boat. I'm a homebody too, when I'm not out being a menace to society, of course. Babe is crazy! Jake, calm the fuck down, bro. Holy shit. You know that, like, he gives me fuckboy energy. I feel like the only person that calls girls babe, unironically, like a stranger, like that you just met, is somebody that just doesn't want to remember names. We shared a smile before his head dipped back down to my arm. I don't know your reasons, but if my assumption is correct, I didn't have much of a choice when I took this job either. I have a feeling we're probably not going to make the best counselors.
Sweet!
Even more reason for us to stick together, survive the shitty terrors of Mother Nature, form an alliance. Is there any terms and conditions to this alliance? Definitely. You agree to be my personal canvas, and I'll be a happy idiot. That doesn't sound very fair. Yeah, audacious.
Talking.
Yo! Dog, he's crazy. Like, actually, he's being so brazen. I didn't expect this from somebody whose flaw is decision making. My cheeks burned at the thought of being Jake's personal canvas. Who would have thought being drawn on could be such a sensual experience? I liked it. I liked it a lot. Still, I had some reservations. I guess. What does being your personal canvas entail? Well, it means I'd have access to your bot. Boy? Boy. My breath caught in my throat and my body blazed with heat. Only the places you give me permission to touch, of course. Yo! Yo! Jake! Jake, what the fuck? Jake looked back up from his design and offered me a wink. Stop! Of course he did. No, he's so flirty. This is crazy. This is so much different energy from the last 2 routes we did. Oh my gosh. His gaze fixed on my face. His blue eyes stared straight into my soul. No guy had ever made my skin prickle and tingle with just one heated stare. He licked his lips and I found myself doing the same. Get a room! Get a room! The things he was saying felt so wrong, forbidden, and yet so very right. I wanted him to mark me, to trace my skin with the cool tip of his marker. Oh my god. No! Oh my god, no! I'm gonna fall into him! No, this is so embarrassing! No, this is so embarrassing! No. Oh my god, no! No, no, no! Okay, the bus had probably jerked hard and I flung forward, unable to stop myself. My pulse leapt with panic. Stop! No! The waist is crazy. Oh my god. Oh my... Okay. Jake caught my waist, preventing my head from slamming into the seat in front of me. Relieved to be in one piece, I sighed and smiled at him. Thanks. Thank you for the save. Oh, he's mad.
Lame.
What? He glowered. Oh, yeah. He glowered at the sight of my arm, my skin smeared with an ugly black mark. His marker must have slipped when the vehicle lurched. Sorry. Fuck, it's ruined. Damn it, stupid bus. Jake immediately got back to work on my arm, correcting his mistake, his marker moving along my arm in frenzied strokes. I had no clue what he was drawing, but I had a feeling it would turn out nothing short of a masterpiece. He was talented. Did he strive to be an artist? He seemed more than capable. I wonder if he's like the art counselor. The bus rolled into a halt. Okay, and then here comes the old man. This is what I'm really curious about whether or not Jake is going to fight or if it's going to be Andre again. Because that's the thing is, Jake already admitted that he's a homebody and he's not very outdoorsy. So I feel like he probably isn't, but it might be Summer in this route. I don't know. I feel like if it is Andre again and he gets kicked off the bus, then I feel like picking Summer is the best choice simply because it doesn't cause any beef. It doesn't cause any beef between any of the counselors. Jake was too involved in using my arm as a canvas to care. Hi, you. I locked eyes, and what does he have to say this time? I went stiff. Yep, okay. Jake's head popped up from my arm, his eyes zeroed into the homeless man within our personal space.
Mistake. Little girl. He's not what you think. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. He's gonna get you, little bunny.
Okay, so it's Jake and Andre that have like this personalized line. Huh.
He's gonna rip you limb to limb, pieces to pieces.
And Jake has the most dialogue. That's interesting. Ooh, I wonder if there's anything to his words, though. Yeah, his knife. Fucking different button for him. Jake's arm came around my back, his touch sheltering, protective, and I was more than thankful for it. He shot the crazy bum a warning glare, but the bum didn't stand down. His penetrating stare darted to Jake, his knife raised high, poised to strike. You like knives, huh? With a chilling calm, Jake reached into his own pocket, revealing a knife of his own. You're not the only one packing. I got one of those too. The tension in the air shifted, heavy charge. Blood rushed to my ears as the two faced off, each gripping their blade. My ribs grew tight, restricting my own breath. This couldn't be happening. Was there really about to be a knife fight? Right here, right now, in the center of a moving bus?
I'm gonna turn your guts into Swiss cheese.
Keep talking.
Fight! Sweets! First blood.
First blood. Fucking League of Legends type shit? Dog, you should not have stabbed him, though. He stumbled back, clutching his bleeding wound. His eyes wide with shock, he bolted for the nearest exit, forcing himself through the double doors. He leapt off the moving bus and disappeared into the woods. I stared blankly at the crimson droplets staining the center aisle. No one else seems to notice the conflict that just transpired, or perhaps they didn't care. I wasn't sure which was worse. It all happened so fast, abrupt and surreal, like a fleeting nightmare. Jake turned to face me. His knife was gone, tucked away just as rapidly as he pulled it out. Okay! Yeah, so he's got shit too. Ugh. Are you okay? His voice drew me out of my stupor, partially. You just stabbed that man. I did. Jake's words were blunt, straight to the point, remorseless, completely unfazed. Like getting into knife fights with strangers was an ordinary occurrence. Another Tuesday. And you don't feel bad about that at all? Why would I? I was protecting you. You could have hit an artery. What if he's bleeding out as we speak? I was aiming for his heart. If you ask me, the guy got off lucky. Holy shit! All the men on this bus are fucking stone cold murderers. They don't give a shit. His expression softened into an irresistible, mischievous grin. His smile was disarmingly magnetic. My anger abated somewhat under the warm glow of his smile. He returned to his seat beside me. His protective presence sent a shock of awareness up my spine. The warmth of his toned muscle worked wonders to soothe my worries of the earlier confrontation. However, I was still a bundle of nerves, silently praying he wouldn't see how badly my hands were shaking. Jake was offering comfort, and while I appreciated that, it was still overwhelming to be so close to a boy. A boy I hardly knew. A boy I couldn't even begin to understand. Don't think about him. A person with an aura like that, not worth the energy. Aura? Yeah, you didn't see it? Cadmium red. Pretty color, but dangerous. Angry, toxic. Oh, so he can like sense auras? Anyone you find with a color like that, you stay far away from it. In fact, you run.
Lame.
Don't think about him anymore. Screw that bum. He was a fucking bully. Reluctant amusement curved my lips. His words were fierce, needlessly vulgar, but also protective. And deep down, I liked him. He was odd, a little out there, mostly a stranger too. But the prospect of spending the next 2 weeks working alongside him was indescribably thrilling. Oh, this camp's only 2 weeks? It was probably best if we kept things professional, but I had a feeling that would be far from easy dealing with a boy like Jake. Not that I was complaining. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna save my game. Again, I don't know why I'm making saves, because, oh shit. Because, I don't know why I'm making saves, because I'm gonna replay the beginning again, because again, I was mean to the cat, and I think that that was a bad decision. But yeah, so those were the other 3 love interest routes for Bad Summer. Again, I'm very excited for this game to actually come out. I'm really interested to see how that affects later things, because it's very interesting. It's the different, like, basically there's 3 different things that, like, 3 different kind of routes that can happen, or 4, I guess. And yeah, I'm excited to see how each thing affects other things. I'm most interested in Andre. I think Andre is going to be the one I pick for my first actual playthrough, because his has the most intriguing stuff that I really want to figure out more about. But yeah, this has been Bad Summer. Demo's available on Steam. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.